This is my +3 INITHWE BLOODTWIN. He's got critical damage gloves, attack chest, attack boots. We've got really high attack rolls on the ring of 25 +7. Then we've got 25 +6 over here on the banner. So he's rocking some really good gear, and we're going to see what kind of damage he can do now with the buff that they gave him on his A3. He's got 8,310 attack. We've got 278 critical damage, surprisingly high resistance and accuracy, which is really good still. And we've got a lot of speed, pretty much more speed than we really actually need. All they did was buff his A3, his AoE. The biggest thing about INITHWE is that when he kills something, he keeps it dead. Enemies killed by this champion cannot be revived. Here's the thing that every content creator out there should be telling you in their video with INITHWE. If you didn't play him before, you're not going to play him now. His problem before was survivability. It's always been his issue to stay alive. Can your INITHWE BLOODTWIN stay alive? If yes, then you're probably already still using him. You don't need to dust him off, or you don't need to pull him out of your vault and level him up. If you can keep him alive, if you don't have to worry about swift parry, if you don't have to worry about reaction accessories like they're already taking a turn, or a Siphi going really fast and doing her A1 and putting him to sleep over and over, or somebody just getting a miraculous counterattack from masteries or from gear and coming over and counterattacking your INITHWE BLOODTWIN, doesn't even need to hit hard. He dies. They've got a Lydia on their team. You can't bring your INITHWE back. There are just too many things, and it's all about INITHWE being able to survive. So they increased his AoE damage from a 3.3 multiplier to a 3.6 multiplier. That was it. So everything you're going to see in this video with me doing insane damage with a +3 INITHWE and all this crazy gear, it's just for fun. I'm gonna put my gear back on my Leoris. I'm not gonna be using INITHWE all the time. Though, if they do have one kill condition like a Rhodos, and I can come in there and execute him with my A2 and get him out of the way and then easily take out the rest, I could have done that before, because nothing's changed with these other skills at all. It's only the AoE from a 3.3 to a 3.6, and we're gonna compare that right now to some other heroes in the game damage-wise and see what difference it makes, because I feel like you all need to understand with this high attack as well as multipliers what it really looks like to do damage in this game. And when you bring somebody out like a Cleo or anybody else that you use in this game, multipliers and damage don't mean hardly anything in Raid Shadow Legends. Yes, you want somebody who deals high damage, and they traditionally, really almost all of them do, but it's all about what they bring to the table. And for INITHWE, it's to kill somebody and keep it dead, but it's really hard to do nowadays depending on what you're fighting. And it's very hard to keep him alive unless you have a Nacret, which we do. So we'll be using that one in our arena battles. Let's get into it. This is going to go extremely fast. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison of Leoris's damage, which you can see right there. 100,000, that was a Helm Smasher proc. 73,000, same thing. Now we're going to do INITHWE BLOODTWIN, and we're going to put them side-by-side. We're going to look at their base attack and then their multipliers for each of these abilities. So you have a good idea of what this meant for INITHWE BLOODTWIN. I think it's really important to see it this way so you can see the damage compared to other heroes, look at their multipliers, and understand a little bit better about this game so you won't be duped into leveling up some hero because you hear that multipliers were increased, and it's all about what that hero can do for your team, not what their multipliers are. So look at their two damages here. Very comparable. We've got Helm Smasher hits for 100,000, 99 over there, 73 here, 100,000 again. And then we've got the base hits without Helm Smasher procs, pretty much the same. And if you look at their base attack, now remember, this is a +3 INITHWE. So his base attack is a little bit higher than, actually I think that is his base, but we're getting additional attack for him being +3, plus we have insane gear on him. Leoris's attack is 1,409, very low. Very, very low. But Leoris's multiplier on his AoE is 3.85, where INITHWE's now is 3.6. So it makes a huge difference. It does. Multipliers matter, but what really matters is what that hero can bring to your party. Can you keep that hero alive? Does it work for the synergy of your team? And is it really worth still bringing up that hero? That's what you need to know from content creators, not just see them blow stuff up and they act like it's the best thing since anything that's ever come out in the game, and you should level it up right away. And this is a perfect example from a video that came out today. I watched your video on Cleo. I decided to 6-star her. She is really underwhelming. She sucks. Nobody uses a Cleo in Arena. Not really. They increased their multipliers, sure. I would rather bring in a Magnar or a Dark Elhain. Two epics that are much easier to gear out and use them as your nukers than worry about trying to make Cleopatrix work from a video that you saw from a top content creator. Don't watch me. Go watch Scratch. Go watch somebody that will tell you about these heroes and not just make it seem like that they're the best thing ever, because it hurts people's accounts. And you guys just keep watching those top content creators that have their mouths wide open in all their thumbnails. On with the video. We're going to watch some arena battles right now, and we're going to take them down. We're going to make sure that INITHWE takes care of. This one's pretty interesting because she gets a huge shield. She has increased defense, and we're still going to eat right through it with his A2, which, by the way, his A2 hasn't changed. The only thing that was changed was his multiplier on his A3. Nothing else was changed with him. So this ability is working the same way it worked before. Look at that shield she has on. Increased defense as well, and he just eats right through it. He didn't even get his third hit, which would have done an insane amount of damage. I like to bring in Valkyrie right now to play around with INITHWE so he can counterattack and just kill people, which again, nothing changed with that as well. He still got the same multipliers on his A1, same damage, same survivability, 170,000. So we're killing them. We're killing them and keeping them dead. It's hard. It's hard when you have an INITHWE and you go up against these Siphies. They will just constantly sleep him over and over. And we don't have that problem with Leoris. If you're lucky enough to get a Leo and he hasn't done his A2, it's totally different. And the only reason why I make that comparison is I feel like that INITHWE needs survivability. He doesn't need more damage. Although it's good that he has more damage because he needs to be brought up within line of other heroes. He does, right? And it's hard for them to balance that because if he kills something, he keeps it dead. But it's good because we need that. How many revivers are in this game? How much Swift Parry, reaction accessories, stone skin, all of that have killed INITHWE's play because he can't just come in there and kill something. It's a lot of RNG. It could be a lot of setup. It could be a lot of wait time before you actually get to do this. And then by then your INITHWE's dead and you just don't have the ability to bring him back into play and do what you need to do because you're bringing in all this other support to keep him alive or to keep your team alive to set it all up. It's not that he's a bad hero. He's a good hero and people do use him in plat in certain situations, but he's not necessarily something that you should run out and level up if you cannot keep him alive. That's the biggest thing. I'm going first right there. That's a normal go first than the other hero fragile team and blow them up. Same thing with this team. There's no play here. And it's really hard for me to find people to fight in Gold 5 because, I don't know, I feel like everybody's pretty much like that, right? Here's a team with 2 revivers, and then they also have a Mountain King. So all we have to do is A2 the Mountain King, which we could do before, right? So if you can keep INITHWE alive. He's not bad to level up and play with. He's just not changed enough for you to warrant you to level him up. It's not like they went and did something drastic with him. And if they did increase the survivability somehow, like Rhodos, like Leoris, or just gave him the base stats that Trunda has, that would be helpful, right? Then it would be really cool. Now, I was gonna A2 him, right? If I would have A2 3 hit the Mountain King, then I would never have to worry about anything that's going on with his team. Instead, I wanted to do my AoE to see how much damage it could do with Duchess, making it lower, and then see if we could do a lot of damage on him. But he also has reaction accessories on. So we got to wait for him to take a turn. He's a really slow Mountain King. So I don't know if we would have actually nuked him with our A2 or not. If he did enough reaction accessory on us, we wouldn't have killed him, more than likely. So now we've got to go forward here. I'm going to speed it up and wait to do our AoE. I'm sorry, we just did our AoE. Wait to just kill each of them, and we kill each of them and win it. Okay, I'm speeding up the playback a little bit here. We go up against another team that's got a... Whoa, too fast. That has a Hegemon. They've got Candrafon. This is a team that we see a lot of. If they don't have the Arbiter there, they'll usually have a Prince Kymar to strip everything that we have. That's mostly what you'll see, right? Prince Kymar instead of an Arbiter. And then we do our AoE there, and that Duchess must not have had a lot of gear on. So we killed them. But, you know, his play is to take out somebody like this Rhodos. That's his real goal. but then to also stay alive so that we can take out everyone else. If we have to keep trying to revive him and Sify keeps messing him up, then it's an issue. But we do have INITHWE protecting him, which makes a huge difference with how we use the INITHWE BLOODTWIN. 3 hits, pop, pop. Now we don't have to worry about the team. It's still going to be a slow, annoying team, or it could be depending on who you have to bring with your INITHWE, but at least now you don't have to worry about dying. You can now focus on slowly taking each of these down. And again, I just brought in Valkyrie because it's fun to see INITHWE counterattack with his A1 and do damage. All right, let's put it on Arbiter. Here we're taking some hits. INITHWE, Stone Skin, keeping our INITHWE alive, giving him this huge shield, the ally protection, for 5 more rounds, which gives us plenty of time now to wait for him to go into AoE. And then everyone is dead. And if everyone was dead, then everyone would be dead by whoever else that you bring in there. So again, here's another team that I think is really similar to a lot that we've seen. I don't know why we're seeing so many Mountain Kings, but all we have to do is take care of this Mountain King here with our A2, and it's game over. But instead, we were trying to AoE to see what we could do, and we almost killed that Mountain King with the AoE there. My honest opinion is, if you didn't use him before, you're probably not going to use him now, and if you don't have a way to keep him alive, definitely don't try to bring him in. Because even if you're faster and they have reaction accessories or swift parry, he falls over so damn easily that it's not worth having him in there compared to your Magnar. Right? If Magnar gets decreased attack, it really doesn't matter to him as well. If INITHWE does, and you don't have a way to protect him, then he's going to hit really soft, and it's not going to be worth it, and he dies just too damn easy. If they ever do revise him to make him more like a Leoris or Rhodos or something, then I guess it would be broken then, because it'd be too simple to keep him alive and then go kill somebody and keep them dead, possibly, but they could give him some shields. I've always been a big advocate, because I've had INITHWE forever, to every time he does damage, he gets a huge HP shield on himself. Not kill somebody, because right now, if he kills somebody, he heals himself by 30% of his max HP. That's nothing. He needs to get a big-ass HP shield on him when he hurts someone. Not just kills, actually damages somebody to keep him alive. I think that would be really helpful, and then he can do what he needs to do. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I do appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.